He says something I've never heard before, which is wild because it affects every content creator who's trying to make money, which is all of us, right? He said, almost no longer are the days that brands are going to pay you to do, I mean, maybe like a clothing haul. If you're like a really attractive person, clothing hauls will probably always be around, but brand deals that are like, yo, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like SeatGeek, for example. You can get the best seats in the stadium. And a lot of people do integrations in their videos or TikToks where they just, show the thing, they show the app, whatever, and they move on. And like, they're just not getting conversions. And so companies are starting to not pay for it. And instead, what he's noticed is that certain content creators, instead of doing that, will go out, go fucking buy a ticket in a real stadium and film them in the stadium and then hold the app real quick. And or another example, they buy a certain fucking product that's in Walmart's and they go into Walmart, pull it, like film them pulling off the shelf in a normal, typical like integration, but them actually having to go to the store to get these products off the shelves because people are apparently, these companies aren't selling things online like they used to. Facebook ads aren't converting like they used to, and they're having to go retail, I guess. And so what's cool here, the reason I brought it up in this topic is because Bored Apes, Mutant Apes, kind of anyone in the Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem right now, anyone in the Yuga ecosystem right now, with this partnership with Gucci, if you are trying to be a content creator, you have no content creation, you don't even have a Yuga asset, doesn't matter. Just buy a fucking one off eBay, buy a Bored Ape hoodie or something, walk into wherever, any kind of collaboration, walk into a Gucci store and then use that for part of the content. But the goal here is that like people need to see these people walking into Gucci stores and looking at the Gucci stuff with your Bored Ape hoodie, talking to someone, like filming that. And that's interesting because apparently these companies are starting to pay for that now. And I just didn't know that until last night. And so that's just a content bit that I'm going to try and do. Because I know last week you were like, yo, try to go to Walmart because they might have this, this, and this. And I was like, okay, this is perfect. It kind of lines up. So if you're a content creator, if you know of any brands, any collaborations even, maybe it's Target, maybe it's some random store, try and go to that fucking store and film a little thing. People, apparently that's what people are paying for now.
Yeah, so I think that one of our big clients here in South Africa from my corporate gift company or marketing agency, whatever you want to call it, is SACSC, which is the South African Council of Shopping Centers. So they are like the body that all the shopping centers fall under, and all the shopping centers will pay a monthly fee to be a part of this body or organization. And it's really interesting because as a result of COVID, the brick and mortar stores are really struggling. And I mean, I don't know when last you went to a shopping center, but I don't know what it's like in the States, but I do know going here, there's maybe 70% occupancy, whereas it used to be 100%, and there would be waiting lists to get into the popular shopping malls. If you were a shop, you couldn't get a shop. There was just no space. You went on a waiting list for years to find a location. Whereas now a lot of companies had to close because obviously they were still paying their rent during those times, and no one was allowed to go into their stores. So I think what you're seeing now is you're seeing the brick and mortar stores realizing that they have to fight back. They need to get more feet in the door. They need to make the physical experience, the actual walking into a physical store, somehow more enticing or more exciting than the online experience. Because at the moment, if I know that I like super dry and I know that I wear a size large, why do I want to walk into their store? I can go online, I can wait to see when it's on sale at different places. I can click one button. The convenience of it is so much easier than it is actually going into a shop. So you're finding these shops, these brick and mortar stores are now realizing they need to do stuff different. And I think that's why you're seeing them looking for the type of thing that you're talking about. Somehow their marketing must be integrated with people actually walking into a store. And I agree with you, that could very well be part of what Gucci is seeing as the value for this, because who better is not leaving their houses than us Web3 degens? So now they want to tie that together and get guys like us into the stores and things like that, right? Bored Ape Yacht Club holders, get them in store, get them talking about it online. Who's bigger on Twitter than us degens, and so on. So yeah, very interesting and good to see
I
for
also
sure.
was gonna say, like when I first heard that, I instantly was like, wait, hold on, what? I was like, in real life, I was like, nah, bro, people aren't going to stores, and I still think that like maybe they're not, but someone I do respect as an intellect is Sam Harris, and he just recently went on a podcast, and there are some intellects that will make a rash decision or have like a really polarizing opinion on stuff But then there are certain people who are like thought leaders who think about things before they say things online. They don't go on every single podcast. They pick and choose. And he said something that was so interesting because I didn't expect him to say it. He was like, I think it was Lex Fridman asked him, he's like, what do you think about our digital world right now? People shopping online, all these things, NFTs, crypto, all that. He goes, honestly, he's like, it's going to be there and something like that. And then he goes, well, I think there's actually going to be a push towards the real world. And at first I was like, oh, like a shot in the heart. I was like, no, because I was like, Metaverse, what the fuck? And then I was like, wait, why would he say? He's a smart fucking dude, really smart guy, really calculated, thinks about stuff before he says stuff. And I was like, he thinks that we're needing a push back into the real world. And then I was like, but it's different this time. There's a photo I posted on Twitter. I'm going to show you guys right now on my phone. I posted on Twitter. It actually got pretty good engagement. I didn't expect it to. There's a photo here that it hit me like at 3 a.m, and it was kind of woke. So it says, hold on. Oh shit.
I actually saw this post of yours. I saw this.
You're not going in circles.
Go the other way.
You just need to see the difference. And it's not a circle. It's like here, let me actually, I can't find it. I was going to pin it. But anyways, that whole concept of like, we are moving back in the real world, but this time, instead of just moving back in time, like before smartphones kind of thing, we're moving into stores with technology this time, with digital marketing, but in the stores, which is why that when that TikTok hit after I watched the Sam Harris clip, I was like, yo, maybe he's actually fucking right. I need to be walking at a Target and look for the opportunities to make digital content about it, but out there in the real world. And that's why the street interviews do so well, because it's out there in the real world, but it's being filmed on a phone and being shared digitally. So that's just something to think about for content creators, because that made me excited. I'm excited.
And that makes it more tangible to people in the middle. Because at the moment, you either, one side or the other. There is going to be a middle ground, and that's where we're looking for, because that's where mass adoption is. It's interesting. I'm just seeing in the chat here, we've got Janex and Crypto Dream going on about, remember last week, I'll just share it over here. We spoke about the Bitcoin Pez dispensers. This is just a screenshot from last week being available in the store. So obviously, if you guys want to watch it, it's on my YouTube. But we've got Janex and Crypto Dream giving us an update here, and I want to just show you. So first of all, we've got Janex saying that he went to Walmart, because then last week everyone was saying, okay, field trip, all of us are going to Walmart together to get these Bitcoin Pez dispensers. So Janex gave us an update here, and then I want to talk about how amazing Crypto Dream's been. So Janex said that he went to Walmart, looked for the Pez dispensers, realized that you have to order them online, and they're like $30 a dispenser. You can't get them like in store. Almost ordered a few, but I didn't. And then I wanted to let you know, so Crypto Dream, he's got connections in Walmart, and he organized one for me. He bought one for me and one for himself, which I thought was so nice, man, that he took the time to go and find it for me. He wanted to give it to me as a gift. I've specifically said to him that I please want to pay for it. But I mean, how cool is that? Here we've got a viewer of ours, a friend of ours, Crypto Dream, saw how excited I was last week talking about the Pez dispensers, took time that he could be with his family or whatever it may be to research it, and found me one, which I find absolutely incredible. So thank you very, very much. A big shout out to Crypto Dream. I agree, Janex, $30 is freaking mad. When we spoke last week, and I said I wanted to get 5 or 10, I was picturing like $5. I mean, that's pretty much what they usually go for. But remember, this is a limited edition, but I definitely wasn't picturing $30. But one for $30, I'm more than happy. But I just wanted to thank Crypto Dream, and also that thought of all the Web3 viewers, Cade and me, pitching up in our little minibus at a Walmart with Cade with his George Kingdom jersey, me with my Bored Ape Yacht Club hat. I just think the picture brings me a lot of joy. Just the thought of us all pitching up together. First of all, getting to hug each and every one of you, especially Cade. Secondly, all the viewers, but pitching up at a Walmart together to get our Bitcoin Pez dispensers just makes me very happy for some reason.
Shout out to Crypto Dream and Janex. Shout out to Crypto Dream. He's also my level 3 membership on YouTube, or subscription membership. I don't know what it's exactly called. So shout out to you, because you're supporting me. a lot with that. And also, I was gonna say, I saw his message. He was like, "When are we gonna get Joyage into like the stores?" And I was like, "Damn, bro, you know what I could do? I could literally, like in New York, for example, I could just like walk into a store, just have 3 of my shirts in my hand, and just fucking put it on a shelf and see how long it'll be there, and take a photo or take a video, and be like, yo, if you're in New York right now, come to this store. You can find Joyage close in here. I don't know how you're gonna get it out because they're gonna think you stole it, but then be like, yo, no, he left it here. Maybe you can get away with it." That actually might be a fun little activation. And that'd be, look, that's like fun content. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. Like, you could do that in Gucci
And
right now.
also
You could
afterwards,
film
you can
yourself.
say to Primark or whatever that store is, a Target. You can say, look, here I got 30 people to come to your store. Don't you want to keep my merchandise? So give those 3 away with Target's permission or whatever. Show them that you can bring people into their store, because what's going to happen, the same way like every layout is shown in a store to make you buy more. And they could put yours somewhere where the guy's also going to need underpants while he's there, or whatever that shop's known for, or sleeping shirts. But you can say, look, I've got 30 people into your store. Come on, let's stock my stuff. Here, I'll give you 100 at no charge. And whatever you sell, we split the profit, or we split the cost, or whatever, 50-50. So it's definitely a way to do it. One thing is that Crypto Dream are